Hi, I want to show you how you can contribute to a Wakelet collection. And I'm hoping that in participating in this activity, that you'll also want to create collections yourself in Wakelet. In any case, I'm about to give you, or I have given you, the invite code. And the invite code allows anyone with access to the link to join and contribute to the Wakelet. I'll also probably share the QR code. In any case, I'm going to copy the link, and that's the link that I've sent to you already. When you get to Wakelet, the first thing you're going to see once you get in, you may be prompted to add a name, and you can use just your first name if you choose to, but you'll be prompted to edit the collection. When you click on edit the collection, of course, you'll be in edit mode, and it's important to notice when you're in edit mode and when you're not in edit mode, because if you're not in edit mode, you can't do anything. So make sure you click on the green button. And then once you click on the green button, you'll see at some point that there is a plus sign. In this case, this is the current awareness project that I use for one of my classes for 5:30, Searching the Information Landscape. And I expect folks in the class to share news of the search world. And they would do that by clicking on the plus sign. And once you click on the plus sign, you'll see that probably the most frequent way to add is by pasting a URL. You can add text. That's handy for doing a little description or headings, and you can see that once when you do that, you have a little bit of a WYSIWYG editor, and you can play with headings and links within this text. You can also add YouTube videos very easily by either doing a search, or I suppose you can put the URL in here, or you might even use the link, the first thing we looked at, to add a YouTube video. In addition, you can archive tweets. You can actually search for a tweet by hashtag and add multiple tweets. You can add bookmarks. I don't do much of that. I can bring images in. I can upload PDF files. I can bring in anything, Google Forms, Google Slides, Google Docs, etc., from my Google Drive. I can add things from OneDrive if I was more of a Microsoft user. And one nice feature here is if you want to add comments or anything else, you can actually record a Flipgrid video directly from that add button. We're not going to do that right now. In this case, I'm going to just demo. I've already found an article that I was interested in adding to this news thing. And this particular article or blog post is from Search Engine Journal, and it's a nice overview on how to do reverse image searching. Most of you may already know about that, but I like this because it talks about the limitations and really step by step and how to do it perhaps on search tools other than Google. So I really like this one, especially for my search class. And so I'm going to add it here. And the article should pop up. If I like, this image is fine. But if I want to edit it, I could go through here and see if there's an image I prefer. Or I could use a screenshot directly that I've uploaded already. It says upload an image, and I can also reposition the image. Let me see if I can minimize this screen to show you. I can reposition the image if it's in the wrong spot and play with it a little bit. I'm going to save this right now, but recognize that if you don't like the image that is there, you can upload your own. In addition, if you were in my class, I'd love it for you to put a reason for why you chose this particular news article. And you may also, if you're not in my class, want to add comments about the article, add your own annotation or your own spin on it before you click done. And once you're finished, what you should do is go up to the top. It does save, as you can see, automatically, but I'd like you to click on the done button when you're finished, and you'll see you're no longer in edit mode. And you'll see that or our article on reverse image search is present on this Wakelet and has been added to the top. And there it is. If you use Wakelet on a regular basis, you may want to install a browser button so that when you're just browsing the web or doing your normal work, you come across something that you'd like to save and add to a collection. Over here, you can see that here is my Wakelet browser button. It's a Chrome extension. And I can choose to add this same article to any of my collections. You'll see that here is the article that we were just looking at, and this is the collection that we were just working in. And if I hit save, I'm not going to do that because it will duplicate, but if I have hit save, then that's just another way that we might add something that we find when we're on the web to a collection. And so it's that simple to contribute to Wakelet, and I think it's a very easy and powerful tool for curation. And if you are actually a collection manager, if it's your own Wakelet, you can do a number of other things like change the cover image. You could put a background image up here. You can enable people to copy. And importantly, you'll be able to change the layout. This is what's known as the media view. You can have a very short, compact view, a grid view, which is side by side, and there is a mood board, which you've probably seen in some of my other Wakelet curations. Anyway, it's that simple. I'm going to hit done, and that's the Wakelet tutorial.